Hello, and welcome to Rose Play Classic, Season 7, Episode 1. As always, I'm your host, Orion Moonrose, and today we'll be starting the Let's Play of Final Fantasy IV, the 4th entry! So, let's go ahead and get started. So, 4 is one of those entries that has a lot of entries. 3. See, it's showing us a trailer of the after years. We don't want that. Not yet. Okay. So we will have Final Fantasy IV, Final Fantasy IV Interlude, and Final Fantasy IV The After Years. All in kind of a redone animation. Alright. Now, I'm pretty sure there's some kind of opening, which I think I can actually get in the bestiary. So actually we're going to go into this. Yeah, I did kind of play it on complete accident. Did I forget something? Maybe it's the gallery mode? Okay, here we go. We want the Final Fantasy IV opening movie, not the after years yet. Which, yes, ironically I notice, starts just like the after years. Now, basically I think they take... This is the PSP version on my PSP running into the computer. And I think this takes the PlayStation 1 classic, puts the cutscenes in it, but does it in 2D. And at first I'm like, well, why didn't they do 3D? But then the interlude and the after years are in the same graphics. I guess. I haven't played either one, but I'm assuming they are. And so I'm assuming they did the 2D so that it seems flawless between all of them. So what we're watching right now is the opening to the after years. Or the original Final Fantasy IV. My bad. I love the music to Final Fantasy. Either to the moon or to the ocean. I don't know which. Alright, and I believe we are now ready to officially start Final Fantasy IV. Now, this Final Fantasy is weird. Because you don't initially get to name your characters. You have to go to name-aways and change them. Captain will arrive in Baron shortly. Very well. I'm just going to call him Orion. The captain seems kinda down. After what we did, who wouldn't be? Orders are orders, but killing innocent people to get the crystals isn't right. You mean innocent mages? I don't know. Okay, the white mage is probably way more innocent than the black. The blacks are like Viagra in your face, Viagra in your mouth, Viagra down your throat and through your crotch. Well, as you can see, crystals play a big part in this one, too. I still remember this one fairly well. I mean, especially since I did play through half of it. The Red Wings are supposed to protect people, not harm them. That's enough. But Captain, surely you don't condone what we've done. All of you, listen well. The raid on Mysidia was imperative. For Baron to prosper, we need the crystal's power. The king and his council concluded that the Mysidians knew too much about the crystals. We're the king's Red Wings. We cannot defy his orders. Captain! Captain! Monster sighted! Dead ahead! Prepare for battle. If I remember correctly, I think this is auto. I don't think I get to do it, but maybe they changed it since then. Nope. So our first two battles that we do are theirs. Arr! Are you alright? We've got more hostiles. Damnation! Any losses? All accounted for, sir. We've been encountering a surprising number of monsters lately. Could this be some kind of punishment from the gods? Captain, we are now over Baron. Very well. Prepare for landing. Yeah. Let me in. Well done. So the crystal is now ours. The Mysidians put up no resistance. In fact, they were completely helpless. Is this pity I perceive? Come, Captain. His Majesty awaits. I love how they take forever to mention Cecil's name, though. Like, they're like, you can rename this guy. If you'll excuse me, Captain, I must speak to His Majesty in private. Please wait here. Your Majesty, I am afraid. Cecil can no longer be trusted. He clearly questions your authority. I suspected as much. It matters not, so long as I obtain the crystals. Send him in. Yes, Your Majesty. Captain, His Majesty summons you. The Kingdom of Baron hails your return. May I have the crystal? Yes, Your Majesty. Handed over the water crystal. So this is the crystal. What splendor! You are dismissed, Cecil. Your Majesty? Yes. What is it, Captain? Your Majesty, forgive me, but what are your intentions? My men are confused and displeased. And you? Do you question my command? No, I only ask. Silence! Dissension only leads to treason, and that I will not tolerate. I hereby relieve you of your command of the Red Wings. God, I can't even talk again. Your Majesty! Instead, I charge you with another duty. Slay the Eidolon that infest Mist Valley, and deliver this carnelian signet to the Village of Mist. You leave tomorrow, at first light. Your Majesty, I beg you to reconsider. Cecil has done no wrong. You insolent cur! How dare you barge in here? If you are so concerned about him, you may share his fate. Take the ring and be gone from my sight. Both of you. Receive the carnelian signet. Your Majesty. I'm sorry, Kane. Once we have completed the mission, the king is bound to forgive us both. You will rejoin the Red Wings in no time. Get some rest. Leave tomorrow's preparations to me. No. The king is most displeased. He will not see you until you have delivered the carnelian signet to the Village of Mist. I've heard rather disturbing rumors regarding the king. It's best to suppress any disloyal thoughts if you wish to survive these times. Whatever others may say, I trust the king. His Majesty is acting very strange lately. It's because he's crazy. Mist Valley is northwest of Barren. Surely nothing could stop the combined might of our Master Kane and Sir Cecil of the Red Wings. What's wrong? I'm sorry to have dragged you into this. My actions are my own. They are not your responsibility. I mastered the Dark Sword at His Majesty's orders, but it was to protect Barren, not plunder. Don't torture yourself over orders. Surely the king has his reasons. I envy you, Kane. I envy the path you chose. Oh? I suppose I could have attained a higher rank, had to become a Dark Knight like you. But my father, who passed away when I was still young, was a dragoon. I felt that I might keep some sort of connection to him if I became a dragoon as well. I didn't mean to bore you with my stories. I only mean to tell you not to overthink things. If you are lost in dark thought, then I'll be the one to steal your prey and slay that Eidolon tomorrow. Oh, really? I won't be standing idly on the sidelines. That's more like it. We should get some rest. We rise early tomorrow. I heard you got the crystal from Mysidia. I'm on duty. Leave me alone. Screw you too. Rosa became a white mage for you, Cecil, to help you in any way she could. Please don't worry her too much. The king is brimming with vigor these days. I find it somewhat unnatural. I'm currently studying basic white magic. The 4 levels of cure spells are Cure, Cura, Curaga, and Curaja. Sleep! Sweet dreams, pal. Huh? You're not sleepy at all? Well, heck, what did I do wrong? We're diligently working to develop more spells for actual combat. Basic spells like Fire and Blizzard aren't powerful enough against many monsters. I seem to remember hearing about more potent spells, but... You are free to take the items from the storage room to help you with your mission. Press the switch on the wall to open the door. 480, ether, tent. Beautiful. Baron's sacred treasures rest within these walls. Access to the chamber is forbidden. We have to pull another all-nighter tonight, or today. I'm so tired. Oh, don't tell the boss that I was grousing. Have you seen Master Sid? He ordered us to service the airships, then just up and disappeared. This tower is off limits. Okie dokie. All is well, sir. A foreboding air surrounds the castle of late. Nightfall is approaching, sir. Please remain inside the castle. You leave early tomorrow. Please get some rest, sir. Sir? Sir? Get some rest, sir! Cecil! Thank goodness you're alright. I was so worried you left on such short notice. We're fine. I wish I could say the same for the Mysidians we slaughtered. Cecil. I'll visit you later, okay? Very well. We've locked up the Mysidian mages who opposed us, sir. You can talk to them through the doors. You won't get away with this, you hear me? Gonna come down? I want to talk to you. I'm not that much trash, please. I do not expect you to spare us, but please return the crystal to Mysidia. Just you now. Come on. You idiots don't know anything. The crystal isn't just any old jewel. Sure it is. Well, well, well. Look who's back unscathed. Hi, Sid. Rosa was worried sick about you. Don't you ever worry her like that again, you hear? So, how are my airships? I'll bet you and your goons wrecked them up something awful. Hey, what's the matter with you, kiddo? The truth is... What? The king demoted you? What about the Red Wings? They'll be a mess without you. What's come over the king? He's been acting peculiar. I don't build my airships so that they can be used to slaughter people. The whole town is beginning to talk, you know. Cecil, be careful out there. Make short work of that mission and get back safe. Whoa! I have to start heading home or my daughter's gonna kill me. Ow, my arm's broken. Captain. We'll just eat and laugh and try to forget about Mysidia. So much for the Red Wings' honor. I still can't believe what we did. Oh, but I can. I've changed your sheets, sir. I hear you're to depart early tomorrow morning. Good night. I like the light. What's happened to the king? He covets the crystals like a man possessed, and he'll resort to any means to get them. Nevertheless, I can't defy him. How can I cross the man who raised Cain in me like his very own? The chivalrous knight whom I've adored and admired since childhood. I will not betray him. I can't. Cecil. What's going on? You just returned from Mysidia, and now you must journey afar to battle this Eidolon. It's not normal for you to be given such an order. Everything's fine. Cecil, look at me. In Mysidia, we killed innocent people to steal their crystal. It was horrible. Suppose it's my fate as a Dark Knight. Soon I won't even feel remorse for my actions. As I'm a dick. You and I both know that would never happen. So, I should feel guilt, but still never dare defy my king? I'm a hopeless coward. The Cecil I know would never whimper like this. The Cecil I love. You leave for Mist early tomorrow, right? Yes, but you needn't worry. Kane is coming too. I'll be fine. Trust me. Please come back to me in one piece. Thank you, Rosa. But you know that I am a Dark Knight, and the two of us can never... So, are you ready for some real combat? Always. Then lead the way. That was a nice prologue. And so, the Dark Knight Cecil was stripped of his command as the captain of the Red Wings. He and the Master Dragoon Kane head towards the Dark Valley for the village of Mist. The advent of the airship marked the realization of Baron's dream, but also the birth of its militarism. With its Royal Air Force Red Wings, Baron soon reigned supreme. Now as monsters multiply and stir unrest, Baron only exploits its powers, or its power to collect the world's crystals. Why? The crystals silently shed their light. Okay. If you're journeying far, you mustn't forget to bring potions, antidotes, and tents along. Yep, except I choose to. Bye! Found a potion. Stand still, little girl! Hey, are you a bad guy? She'll look like one. Dancers wanted. Looking for cute, talented dancers. Interested parties apply within the management. I don't know what I found. I found, I think, another potion. I found your secret stash. I'm stealing it for eye drops, a tent, and some gnomish bread because... Sir Cecil of Red Wings? I haven't done anything wrong. I'm a good citizen. I pay my taxes. It's not what I've heard. A fee? You are a Dark Knight. I cannot take money from someone of your status. Okay, I've just been demoted. You can take my money, but I only have 480. So I kind of really broke. You wish to go to Mist Valley? You must head to the cavern northwest of Baron. The king is gravely mistaken in ordering his men to master the Dark Sword. Well, glad you agree. It's locked. Principle of Buoyancy. The history of shipbuilding. Birds of the world. Cecil, can you tell my father to stop pulling all-nighters? He doesn't listen to me anymore, and he's been arguing a lot with the townspeople, too. Just because they're always bad-mouthing the king and the soldiers. I did it! Built a new engine! Okie dokie. The Devil's Road leads to Mysidia, but it has remained closed since the Mysidians sealed their end. Baron once actively traded with Mysidia via this path, but it is no longer in use. The stairs lead to the training classroom. The path is sealed and cannot be used. Ah, here we go. Well, hello. Do you wish to change your name? Yes. Alright. Change his name to Orion. Even though after saying Cecil and Kane, it's weird. And we'll change Kane to Mo. That's better, huh? The man next to you is Naming Way. Or Naming. Yeah, Naming Way. Talk to him if you want to change your name. Because I can't do that on my own. Recklessness on the battlefield can cost you your life. When things seem to be going south, just press L plus R to flee from battle. Some magic spells can be cast at multiple targets. During battle, move the analog stick to the left or press the left button to target all enemies. You can also move the analog stick to the right or press the right button to target all allies. You can also cast magic on multiple targets from the back, I think. Move the analog stick either left or right or press either the left or right buttons to target all allies from the menu. If your inventory becomes full, talk to Fat Chocobo in any Chocobo forest. He will hold on to your items for you. Use Geschli greens to bring forth Fat Chocobo. Oh, so we're going to kidnap Fat Chocobo again. When the smell of Chocobo is in the air. Move characters with low vitality to the back row. Move the analog stick to the right or press the right button during battle and move to a different row or defend. Oh, and to use a weapon as an item in battle, select items and press the up button until the weapon menu appears. You can also change weapons and arrows by choosing them from this menu. You must make quick decisions in battle. Slow down the battle speed if you're still a beginner. But if you think you're up to snuff, select active battle mode in the settings menu. That way, monsters will attack even as you choose items, spells, or targets. It'll make for a thrilling race against time. Yeah, that's a good... Yeah, wait. Oops. You know, I like that idea. Alright. Caverns contain save points. Use them wisely. Oh, thank God. I'm gonna love that. What did I find? I am gonna guess an eye drop. I sense that something bad will happen if the mist is attacked. Beware the mist. Gotcha. I hear the king and you boys are up to no good these days. Whatever it is you're all doing, keep Rosa out of it. You hear? Move. Move. Old woman, you better move or I'm gonna move for you. Oh yeah. Weapon shop and other shop. I can't stop thinking about Dark Knights. They're scary, and by scary I mean totally awesome! No, I didn't spread any bad rumors about the king. Really. I'll show you something neat in return if you keep your mouth shut. Are you bribing the law? Well, I'm demoted, so yeah, you're good. Neat dance. Found a bronze hourglass, a tent. Guess that's it. That building over yonder on the west side leads to an ancient waterway that goes all the way to the castle, but I reckon it's always locked. Alright. We will go ahead and leave it here. Yeah, don't pay attention to that one. We will go ahead and leave it here. And when we come back, we will journey to the Cave of Mist to defeat the Eidolon and deliver the Coordinate Ring, hopefully to Mist. But until then, remember, keep gaming. Never give up. And sometimes you should go against the king when it seems like he's doing bad things.